Hello everyone, it's jacobcrypobury here, hope you're doing fantastic. Is this the relief bounce that we've been hoping for, or are we simply going to get a rejection and see further continuation to the downside? Well, we're going to have a quick look at FANTOM today and a few indicators which do make me feel quite bullish for cryptocurrency on the macro perspective. However, I do think lots of externalities such as, the interest rates, inflation and things do also make me think that we could still see continuation to the downside. So it's really a big battle between bear and bulls right now. So for FANTOM, of course, we've had a massive correction, guys. We're all very aware of this. We can see so far we've come down 92%, and we did get a nice bounce off this particular level. We can see we found support at this key area 0.24. We're getting that nice bounce to the upside. We've already come up 51%. So if you did accumulate around this region where we're extremely oversold on the RSI, I think you've got yourself a nice little long position there, and you should probably consider taking some profits already. One thing I do think is going to be pretty crazy, I do see this as now an accumulation range between 0.25 and 0.89. I do see this now as a range, because if we are in this bear market and it is going to be something more long term, I see us trading in this range for a while before actually seeing any big resistances broken. And I think some key resistance areas, is such as May 2021. We've got this very harsh sticking point around 0.95, and over here at 27th February 2021, a lot of resistance. So actually, this is a crazy area of resistance between 0.88 and 0.94. I do think we need more time reaccumulating, and it is nice to see this bounce, but it could just simply be a very short-lived relief bounce before seeing more continuation to the downside, because we've had so many awful things happen to crypto at the moment. I do think, what could happen for FANTOM, if it is one that does stay for the long term, we will get these bigger price targets. If you're new here, I did talk about the $4.35 level, the golden pocket, $5.47, all very pragmatic targets that could occur in the future. Of course, when we had this accumulation phase, this only lasted around 81 days. But when, back in 2019, we had accumulation for hundreds of days. There was 600 days of accumulation before we saw any price movement to the upside. And when you use the Fibonacci extension tool on this particular accumulation phase, we came up to the 4.236 Fib extension. So of course we could assume that maybe that could happen again after another supply and big long phase of reaccumulation. And that's what I think is quite important. So we have got lots of bullish indicators that make me think, we could come up. We had a big bearish divergence, for instance, on this RSI. And when we look at the BLX, which is the Brave Liquid Index for Bitcoin, we go to that daily time frame. When we zoom out, the only other time we've been oversold was back in January 2022, and we've got that again, and that's why we've seen a nice little bounce for Bitcoin today, which is quite interesting. We've also increased our overall correction, this is market cycle top to bottom, to 63%. So it's now a 63% correction for Bitcoin. We can see these are the other market cycles that have come down 85 and 85% so far. We had 78 here, 93% here. So we are seeing slightly less volatility, but I do think there is room for more downside potential. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it could effectively happen, very quite easily. So what else can we look at quickly? Bitcoin to USD. If we look at the weekly time frame, again, some really interesting indicators. The last time we were this oversold on the weekly RSI, if you look at this, it was actually at the COVID 2020 crash over here. We've not been this oversold on the weekly RSI for 2 entire years. This is why it's so important to actually consider this right now. That's why we came down to the 200-week SMA, but we haven't done that yet on this particular occasion. So I think it's very important to look at this data and kind of ask yourself, can we get a bounce from this particular area? Is this a price actually bottoming in because of the RSI, or can the RSI actually come down lower still? Anything can happen in the mad world of cryptocurrency. And I think it is nice to see us come back through this 30k level. We still have the resistance up here at 31k, but it's nice to see this buying pressure when we came down to 25k into this accumulation range I always thought we would fall back into. Fortunately, I didn't have my buy orders there, but shit happens, as they say. And altcoins, basically we capitulated down to 596 billion, and we got that nice bounce now. We've got a bit of recovery in the market, 711 billion market cap excluding Bitcoin's valuation. So yeah, crazy times ahead for crypto. I think Phantom is a great buy opportunity at the moment at these lower levels. Really good for dollar cost averaging, because this coin was $3.40 once. It's now just 38 cents, and I do think there's going to be so much more built on their ecosystem, from DeFi to metaverse to play to earn. I think this is a great entry and a good opportunity to start building a long-term portfolio. If you want to grab Phantom today, you can use my link down in the description below at the very top. Make sure you also head on over to my Twitter page, where I've got this $100 giveaway. It's going to end in just 12 days, so I'll see you there as well. Bye now, guys. Subscribe, like, comment.